Not a lot of people share this one, and you won't even be told about it at the ICBC office as you register for the BC ID. So with all my impressed vibe going around, it's Canada Voice, voicing all your questions with personal, legit experiences. Let's get into it. So one of the most important thing you do after arriving here in Canada is to activate your insurance. So there are mostly two kinds of insurance. One insurance offered by your university or college, and the another one is the provincial insurance. Now let's see the one offered by the university and college. So every university has different policies and a connection with different insurance company. So be sure to check your university website or your health insurance company's website for knowing all the benefits and the payment details. To activate your university and college insurance, you will most probably be mailed by your university before you arrive here in Canada on all the steps and procedures, and it usually used to be simple as it's all done on the website itself. If you have any further questions, be sure to visit your university's student association or student centers to guide you by step, explaining you all the benefits, explaining you how to use your insurance to the max potential. Now coming to the provincial insurance, again each and every province has their own different insurance policies and statements and different fees, so be sure to do your own research. I will be sharing my experience here in British Columbia as I live in Vancouver. Now let's come to the part where I was impressed. The insurance followed here in British Columbia is called the MSP, and registering for an MSP card is not to be done in anywhere specific. So as you go to the ICBC and register for your BC ID, you indirectly register for an MSP card as well. So what I did, I registered for my BC ID, went back home, and in just 2 weeks I got an MSP card shipped to my address. And I was wondering, I didn't do anything special for this card. Well, everything was done with the details given for the BC ID itself. So here in BC, the MSP card charges you a $75 fee every month. If you're in work permit, you could always cancel the MSP as you will be getting an insurance from your company itself. For those of you who love driving, here's a few details on that topic as well. Every province has their own terms and own requirements for their driving license. So discussing about British Columbia, you have to visit the ICBC for any enquiries and any procedures related to your driving test, knowledge test, and driving license in general. So speaking of British Columbia, let me explain how the driver's license process works here. So the driver's license we get here is the class 5, in which you could drive cars, SUVs, and any vehicle on 4 wheels. The first thing you do is visit the ICBC office. You give a knowledge test and get a learner's license, which you keep it for up to 12 months. And later get yourself a class 7 novice license, which you use it for about 18 months. And later, if you have good records, you can give another knowledge test, a driving test, and once you pass it, you will be getting your elite class 5 driving license. There are a few countries like United States and a few European countries which actually give you the eligibility for a direct swap. So you just give your driving license and get the BC class 5. But most immigrants like us, especially coming in student and work permit from Asia, have different policies over here and different requirements. Like for India and countries of the Middle East, can actually get their learners period and the class 7 period skipped and directly go through the knowledge test and give their class 5 driving test, and once they pass it, you get the class 5. But say you have an Indian driving license or Saudi driving license or UAE one, the requirement is you need an experience of 3 years driving. Once you have that, all you need is a translation paper, which the ICBC will guide you once you reach the office itself, and you just need to get that paper, and once you submit it to the ICBC, you will be redirected to giving a knowledge test, and then you could just give a driving test and get your class 5 as soon as you pass it. Once again, I'll be making an in-depth video on all the fee structures, how to get a driving license, the tips and tricks, what you have to concentrate while you give your driving test. All you need apps to prepare for your knowledge test in another exclusive video, as that video itself will take a quite long time. So be sure to subscribe. All of you coming here to Canada need a bank account to make easy payments, to buy things, and to even get paid. So the most popular banks you might obviously hear is CIBC and Scotia, and those are the most popular among students and especially students coming to Canada on their GIC. That's one important step you have to do, is visit the nearest bank from your home and activate your GIC account if applicable. If not, you just go to the bank of your choice and create an account. There are 3 accounts you have to create, which is a checking, a savings account, and a credit card. They will ask you whether you need either of them, but I want you to activate all of them. So here's a quick brief description. A checkings account is an account where you use for your daily payments, whether it's tap, Apple Pay, or your card tapping in any kind of shop to buy any groceries or anything. That's the amount which deducts from your checking account. Your savings account holds the maximum majority of your money, and it keeps it safe as you couldn't use this money unless and until you authorize it from your banking website or app, and it's safe. And a credit card is very important here in Canada, as that's the only way you build your credit score. And a credit score is very important for you to buy a house in the future, get a loan, or even finance a car. And it is the only proof that you are maintaining a steady cash flow, a steady payment method, and it gives trust for people to sell or rent their property or things to you. So most student related credit cards are free without any annual fees till the date of your expiry on your study permit. So that's one advantage for all the students. All the documents you need to create a bank account over here in Canada is your passport, your study or work permit, and your SIN number as well. And your address and your phone number is a must, as your credit card will be shipped to the details you give. And remember, few banks like Scotia does not provide a credit card to work permit holders unless and until they have a job. So just keep that in mind and don't feel it as a shocker when they tell you you're not getting your credit card. There is a more in-depth video coming on taxes, investments, student investments, what you are eligible, all the TSFA details, bank account details, which credit card you have to choose from is coming up on this channel. So again, I want you to subscribe and share this video. So here's a bonus procedure I want all of you to follow. For every newcomer here in Canada, whether it's student permit or on work permit, you need to know a lot of people. Networking is key, and you need to follow a hobby, you need to have a passion, you need to roam and explore the city, you need to get things at a most affordable price or maybe even second-hand things. Best thing to get all this information and know these things are joining Facebook groups and WhatsApp groups. So the best thing you do is open Facebook and search any requirements based on your city. So you just type things happening in Vancouver, Vancouver events, Vancouver newcomers. You could select it on your basis of your country, like Indians in Vancouver or Russians in Vancouver or Saudis in Vancouver. Join your own community. You could join communities based on your hobbies, like Vancouver content creators, Vancouver golfing club. You even could join your university group and make a lot of friends from university and your own courses you're studying. Join this group, ask out any queries you have with the latest present students and peer leaders, and things will get easier for you to find accommodations, as there are even exclusive accommodation groups, and there are specifically book groups. Buying a book over here is very expensive, a completely new book on Amazon or any website. So what people do is they join specific book groups, especially each and every university has this one, like BCIT book group and a book community or UCW book community. What they do is they share books on rent or second-hand basis, or whatever you need, second-hand products, cars or books or just events or fun or just to get together, finding jobs and accommodation. Everything is made simple with Facebook. Here we are at the end of yet another enlightening and information-packed video. Hope you found it useful. Be sure to share it with all your friends and family coming to Canada or who are planning to come to Canada, as this video consists of all the information and process you need to follow as you arrive here in Canada within your first few weeks. Subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for more such sound informative videos. Share it, like this video, and be sure to comment what all questions you have. This is Canada Voice, voicing all your questions with personal experiences. See you in my next video. Bye bye. Cheers.